Hey, my name is Dave Clark, and I do counseling right here in the West Houston area, and I specialize in relationships. Guys, real quick today, I want to talk to you about self-medication. Sometimes call it self-care. I prefer self-medication because it makes more sense to me, and it makes more sense to my clients. Now, I'm not talking about flu symptoms. I'm not talking about something ails you and you go down to Walgreens or something and get a little medicine. Not talking about that at all. I'm talking about what do you do when something is heavy on your heart? Well, clearly we're back in the gym today. This is my self-care. This is my self-medication. There's a saying, sweat it out, get it out. And I totally get that one because that's how I handle when things are heavy on my heart. I come in here and I sweat it out and get it out and get my mind right. My wife, and I got permission to use this story, so don't freak out on me. My wife has a tell when something's heavy on her heart, boxes start showing up at my door because her way of medicating is she gets online and she starts ordering things, and that's a trigger for me to say, hey, is everything okay? Can we talk? Is there something going on? Guys, the reason I'm bringing this up is there are unhealthy ways to medicate in a marriage, and I want to kind of talk about those things because that's kind of what's important. Of course, you have the obvious ones, substance abuse, alcohol abuse, those kinds of things. Absolutely can be detrimental to a marriage. If something's heavy on your heart, if you're depressed or whatever, and you start doing those kinds of things, it can be absolutely detrimental to your marriage. But there's more than that, though. There's things you kind of don't think about, and I'll use myself as an example. One of my other methods for dealing with heaviness on my heart is I like to fish. Oh, I love to fish. I am all about it. Love sitting on a quiet beach with a surf pole. And the problem is, if I were to go out and buy a bass boat, if I were to go out and spend all this money on ramp fees and all this other stuff, I could damage my marriage, especially if I didn't talk to my wife first. That could be really, really bad. And here's the other thing, and I'm gonna be really vulnerable with you guys, and I'm gonna be really honest here and tell you that I had a really bad way of self-medicating my first year of marriage, and this is what I did, and I'm gonna tell you this because I don't want you to do it. If my life serves as nothing else, it can be a bad example. Now, we've been married 14 years, so let me get that out of the way, but my first year of marriage, when marriage didn't go the way I thought it should go in my head, I would pick up the phone and I would call family and I would start bad-mouthing my spouse. Now, guys, it helped me. It was good self-care for me. I was getting it out. But the problem was it was hurting my spouse, and it was hurting my spouse's relationship with my family. And thank goodness I learned the lesson in my first year of marriage, and I quit doing that garbage right there, because that definitely damaged my marriage, but definitely could have been a knockout blow to my marriage had I kept that up. So this is what I want to, what I want you to think about right now is, what do you do for self-care? And is it a positive? Is it something that's enriching your life in your marriage? Or is it something that's damaging your marriage? You might think about it. And why are we doing all this? Because in the bigger picture, we're just walking each other home. Hold hands, enjoy the journey.